Welcome back to the Waitin channel. We're back with another viewer request marathon. This is part 2. I don't
That's
know how
right.
long this one's going. We're just going to keep going. I think I like these a lot more. We do have some new releases that will break this up. We got Kendrick and Post Malone and whatever else happens, but
And
for the
Kendrick will
most
be
part,
next week
yes, that'll be next episode. But for the time being, until indefinitely, I think at this point, we're just going to be doing viewer stuff because
until
there's a lot
we're
on the wheel.
until we're burned out of viewer requests.
We'll never be burned out.
Yeah. So, I would say at
Yeah,
least like 4 or 5, but
at
probably more
least.
than that.
Probably.
So,
I want to keep going. So, but we'll see what we're feeling at that point. But this week we're doing the Soft Bulletin by Flaming Lips. Here's your comment up here. I think this was on Ants from Up There, which makes
yes.
sense. I have not heard a single Flaming Lips song, or if I have, I don't recall it.
Okay.
I've heard of them a lot. I never heard a song. I know some album covers and stuff, but that's it. Apparently, they're an American rock band, alternative rock kind of in the 90s. I know the one album with the robot on the cover. I've never heard it, but the robot cover, I recognize that one immediately.
Yeah.
But today we're doing the Soft Bulletin. Apparently, this is like their first shift from more just rock music into more like incorporating like synths and stuff.
Okay.
So
I'm a
yeah,
little bit familiar with Flaming Lips. I've heard
okay.
one song a lot because I used to work in a old stereo record store, and we had a Flaming Lips vinyl. It was like a little single that we used to test tabletops, and we use that one because it uses a lot of weird production. It goes all over the
Oh yeah,
speakers. So I if if that song is any indication, we're going to be getting some wacky production.
I
So
would, yeah, like when neo psychedelia is like the first genre that pops up, it's like, yeah, I'm expecting that. Apparently,
yeah.
they made an album where it's like you have to play it on a certain set of like stereo. It's like mixed, so you have to play it on like a 4 stereo set or something weird.
Oh,
So
okay.
they're psychedelic. So
Yes.
other than that, I have no idea what we're getting into. Genius has the album listed in a different order than what we're listening to, but we're listening to the Spotify 2017 remaster, so that's what we got.
Yes.
I don't know if that's different from like physical releases or what, but this is what we got. So
Yeah. So
cool. Stay tuned for the end of the episode. We'll spin the wheel. You can see what we're doing next. But yeah, Kendrick next week, and then we'll keep going with these. So
so
all
very
right, Katie.
nice. So I guess we get started. The first song is "Race for the Prize."
Kind of an orchestra on the left channel and just a drum in the right.
Yeah, I mean, this is what I remember.
Yeah.
It's weirdo stuff like this.
I don't think I've ever heard a mix like this. It's trippy.
Yeah, they like to have fun.
That synth be hitting in the second chorus, though. Had to get used to it. Now it's just soaring.
I don't know. I'm really digging this so far.
And a fade out, too.
Wow.
Oh, wait.
I would not expect that.
I don't know how you end something like this, to be honest.
It was 1999. Just wait, the 2000s are going to hit you like a truck when it comes to fade outs.
No way.
Race for the prize.
That was sick. I love the mix on that. It's like instruments that you're familiar with the way they mixed them with the drums in the right channel, and then like this weird synth orchestra type thing going on in the left channel. They bring in like a keyboard, and then they bring in an acoustic guitar, but it's like buried, so it's not the main star of the show. Like that's really great mixing. It's just like such a different environment for like familiar instruments. Still, it's like you could make a very like cookie cutter, not cookie cutter, but like you'd put these instruments together in like a mixing that you're used to, it wouldn't sound the same. Like I love the way that they kind of mixed this one.
It kind of reminded me of Less Than Zero with that acoustic guitar going and then the drums. I think if you just like mixed it in like mono, then
Yep.
you'd pretty much just get Less Than Zero. Like kind of, that was the vibe.
If that synth was prettier, I loved how
Yeah.
dirty the synth was.
It was very,
That was such a cool texture thing.
yeah, it was like buzzy a little bit. I dug
Yeah.
that. I can see why that's the most popular song.
No, yeah, that was really catchy. I was getting used to it, and then the second chorus hit, and everything just like clicked more. I'm like, oh, okay, I got the groove now. But lyrically, looks like he's kind of comparing scientists to politicians, in the way that they're kind of like racing to save mankind. Except I'm going to take that in a sarcastic way because politicians seem to just make everybody's life worse over and over again. So
Yeah.
I don't know how it was in '99, but
Not good. All right. And now it's time for track 2. A spoonful weighs a ton. I don't know what that is in metric for our English
Scientific.
viewers.
Being drunk on their plan, they lifted up the
Man, it has been bothering me who this guy sounds like, and I just realized it's Neil Young. Like,
oh,
spooky zone.
okay, all right. Literally like a machine gun drum coming in. Half the drum kit is here, and there's another half here. There's like one or two drums here.
Yeah. I don't think I'll ever be able to figure out the production.
they can.
All right. A spoonful weighs a ton.
That was great. I was cautious because it sounded the beginning part sounded like a late '90s like movie, like fantastical movie. The way that instrumental sounded, but then that shotgun drum came in and the really dirty sub bass synth came in, and then it just changed everything because they started adding guitars. Half the drum kit was over here, the other half was over here. But that song like really was a grower. Like from the first part of it, I'm like, it can't stay like this. But then
Yeah.
the way that kind of expanded was really great.
Yeah. I mean, I think they could have done a ballad. I don't think that's a second track though. You gotta
No.
you gotta bury
No.
that.
I love the build of it. Otherwise, it's like,
Yeah.
yeah. But
Yeah, I really dug that. That was
Yeah. I think I'm gonna group this song and the last song, songwriting wise, the same,
okay.
because I feel like I understand Race for the Prize more now, because like that song, like comparing politicians to scientists. Now this one is like more like scientists making something, but it seems like it's alluding to like a bomb or something. Like being drunk is on their plan, they lifted up the sun, heard louder than a gun, the sound they made was love. It's like some weird, I don't know, there's like some weird undertone to
There's
it.
something like uranium is really dense, so that if you had like a spoonful of it, then it would have weighed a lot.
Yeah,
Think that could be it. I'm not a
it might
chemist.
be. It might be.
I don't flame me, but educate me in the comments.
Educate me.
Yeah. I guess we'll see if that keeps on going with track 3, The Spark That Bled. Oh yeah.
God, that's fantastic arrangement. Wow.
I've been waiting for the groove.
Yeah, that's a groove. Alright. Expecting some like weird drum kit to come in out of nowhere.
Just end it with a little xylophone. All right. The Spark That Bled.
Very good. That might be the best one so far.
I think I would agree.
Got a little bit of talking heads in there
That was a trip.
during that first part.
Yeah.
With the percussion and stuff. But yeah, that one was groovy. I'm loving their builds. It's less like just here's everything. It's more like slowly build and then just add in like these really great arrangements. And I'm gonna just talk about mixing this whole time because like this is so different because it's not just left channel, right channel. It's like left channel back here, right channel up here, and they're like there's different filters and stuff on them, so everything just sounds so different than you would usually get. It kind of sounds like a science experiment. Like it's not completely clean, but at the same time, it's like everything just kind of comes together and works for these choruses. When the switch up into like that faster guitar part at the end was really great. Seemed like the track was just about like when you get an idea, you just get that like that light bulb moment. Which I mean, the music completely backed that up. That chorus, like the way that came in, was great.
Yeah.
That didn't seem like 6 minutes. That was a ride.
It did a lot to switch it up. Like there was like 3 or 4 different switch ups where it like completely changed everything. Like, and that's crazy. I love that stuff. That's how you do a long song, in my opinion. You got to switch it up.
I just like every long song.
I know you do. I'm a little bit more particular. So yeah, that one was very nice. We'll move on to the Spiderbite song.
Oh no.
This is Tobey Maguire's favorite song.
Yo.
Spooky Zone? No.
Yeah.
Just a spooky intro.
Yeah.
Bite on your hand.
Yep.
I thought we
Alright.
would have to break up the band. To lose your arm would
That's crazy.
surely have said that whole
The drum doesn't sound like it's out of place anymore. It's in there now.
but the hole that it leaves in its absence can make you feel so low.
All right. The Spiderbite song.
That was pretty cool.
I like that one.
That might be the award for the craziest drum fill I've ever heard.
I would agree.
I don't know how you do that, but
I have no idea. I
I
was like,
mixed it. Like I don't even know.
I was trying to pick out like individual drum strokes in that long run, and I couldn't. Like it was.
I think they must have edited it.
They
or
must have.
something to
Like,
just
there's
like
no
make
way.
it smooth and round out. Like, I don't know.
There's no way someone can hit it that fast.
That was wild. I like that that's the constant throughout the song though, because like it was like whoa at first, because like okay this doesn't fit anything. It's just like they are very loud, but then like as the song goes on, like it just fits more.
Yeah.
Once they start adding things. They got a harp, they got a synth, they got a piano. Like they just come in at certain points. But yeah, I love how all these tracks are a ride. They're constantly changing. But yeah, there's just like moments of like those pure beauty. Harps coming in, they're fading from the channels. Piano's coming in. They had a drum machine fade out during like the second or the last chorus, and then fade back in. Well, still on beat. It, like all these really weird things happening, but it's a trip.
Yeah, that one's fun. That's it's like a slow ballad type beat, but it's so weird that it's like so different than every other ballad.
Yeah, they're
I've
not
ever
just
heard.
making a ballad.
No.
But the song's already about like how one of the band members got a spider bite and it got so bad that he almost had to get it amputated.
Oh,
And then another guy in the band got in a bad car accident. So the song's just like, hey, the band wouldn't exist if you guys died. Let's make the Spiderbite song.
yeah. And what a fitting title.
Yeah.
Now, unfortunately, the next song, we don't have the original track. We only have a remix on Spotify.
Mokrin mix,
The Mobius mix.
Mobius mix.
So it's Buggin.
Oh,
I could be down for this.
All those bugs buzzing around.
Whoa.
is that an auto tune?
I think so.
The 99?
Hey, Cher did it.
That's wow.
But they buy. Yeah, they buy. But you can tell they're there.
All right. That's Buggin.
Bugging. That was fun.
That was-
I like that they're having fun. It reminds me a little bit of like King Gizzard, minus the noisy guitars from their psychedelic rock.
Yes.
But just having fun and having some great instrumentals while happening. This one seemed like the most straightforward one.
Yes, that sounded like a boy band thing with the harmonies going.
It's like almost. It's like if you give Beach Boys like psychedelics and like a like updated
More psychedelics.
equipment. Yeah, more psychedelics. And like you can do stereo sounds now. You can just
Yeah.
like move stuff. Have
That's
fun.
true.
That's what that sounded like.
I don't know how much of that is the Mokrin mix and how much of that is in the actual song.
Yeah, I don't know what the difference is.
It's probably fine, and nobody
I mean, all
will
the lyrics
correct
were the
us.
same. So
Okay. I'm sure that nobody is going to be in the comments and being like, the original version is way better, and you guys, frankly, suck for not finding the original version.
we didn't have the original. I'm sorry.
Sorry. But I really dug that. I thought that was fun. That was a good track. I don't know if they've missed. I don't think they've missed yet. All of these have been pretty weird, wacky, and
Well,
fun.
good. I should mention Genius has like the full title for all these songs, and this next song is literally like a song from Illinois.
Oh, is it?
It's a whole paragraph.
Oh, my. What is it?
What is the light? An untested hypothesis suggesting that the chemical in our brains by which we are able to experience the sensation of being in love is the same chemical that caused the Big Bang that was the birth of the accelerating universe.
Or, in layman's terms, what is the light?
Yeah.
That's interesting. Have they all been that long? No.
This is the longest one, but yeah, they've been. There's always like a parentheses with more.
Interesting.
Got that space cowboy guitar.
Yeah. This is definitely the most 90s one so far. Down to the wire. That was What is the Light? Or two more sentences.
Whatever. Yeah. Might be the best one.
Oh.
I might take that as the best one. I love the build on that one. I think the crescendo on that was very smooth with the orchestra bits that they had. And it kept growing. It wasn't a weak boy. I don't like when it's just weak and it doesn't get anywhere. It's like it built on a chorus and then built on another chorus to reach that peak. That was really great. And I love that little like heartbeat drum pattern that happened throughout the track. It's a very scientific album.
Yeah, that's what I was
Very
going to ask.
sciencey.
Are these guys like
Yeah.
chemists or something?
Like Big Bang Theory looking dudes that can play instruments.
Sheldon
I don't
can
know.
sing?
Sheldon can sing.
In a
That's
Muppet
crazy.
movie? What?
But yeah, they're very sciencey, but like it's like relating science to like how humans function. It's like, what's the chemical imbalance that makes me feel? That's kind of what I was getting with this track. It's like being all sciencey and like technical with the instrumentation, but it's still very pretty.
Yeah, I like that one. I don't think I could say it's my favorite or the best one, but I do agree this one was very fun. I did enjoy the instruments. I think it was just a little bit slow to get there. It was like a minute of just the it was like just the drums and his voice. I would have liked to see that get there a little bit faster.
I didn't even remember what happened in the first minute.
Exactly. It doesn't even.
The payoff was too good. I don't remember.
It did build to something satisfying.
Yeah.
But it's like it was a minute of essentially just the drum or just the duh, duh, I think, if I'm remembering correctly. So
Just vibing.
no, yeah, I like the payoff, but I don't know. I think what was it? Was it the Spiderbite song that we both really liked? Is that our favorite? These all kind of bleed together a little bit.
There's a lot of different stuff happening. It's hard to like remember what is what.
I know. I remember liking that one though, so I'm gonna say that one was my favorite. So next up, we're gonna go to my favorite UK-based journalism source, The Observer. Watch that be like an alt-right thing, and I didn't.
I don't know.
I don't know. I know it's a news source.
This is an instrumental, by the way. Don't expect him to sing.
Oh no. Oh, I see why I went down to the wire.
This is
This is
incredible.
the frickin' the drum carried over. That one was down to the wire too.
It's over already? Come on, bro.
It's only 4 minutes. I know you're
Frick.
used to listening to 20-minute songs, but
Yeah. No, that one's near the top. Might be the top one. I don't know.
wow.
That was a straight space journey right there. An instrumental track. Guitar was meditative. Everything built nice. The crescendo wasn't huge, but nice little building, little interlude. I don't know if I want to call it an interlude. That felt like a full song experience, but
I think it's more of a transition. If I was to guess,
Yeah.
this is a little bit
it's
of
a lot more
song.
spacey than the rest of the record.
Yes.
But yeah, I love that. The tone of the guitar was fantastic. The way the xylophone played into the guitar later, the rising choir and stuff was great. Yeah, that could have gone longer. I can chill with that for 7 or 8 minutes.
Yeah, I mean, I liked it. I don't know if I would have wanted it to go longer, because it was, it was what it was. I don't think
They would need a bigger build, I think, if they went longer.
yeah, it would need to do some, but I think it was about right for the length it was. This was not the one that we used. If someone knows it was an instrumental song by them, it would have been popular enough to get a single. I don't know if that was a thing, or maybe they just released it as a single anyways. I don't know, but someone help me in the comments. What are some popular instrumental Flaming Lips songs that I maybe know?
It could have been a 7-inch of just an instrumental version of that song too.
Frick, yeah, it could have. Man,
'Cause
my
they do
search
that
will never
sometimes.
end.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I guess this next one might be influenced by the one and only Soulja Boy, who's waiting for a Superman. That
So
hoe.
influential. It's like 8 years before it came out. It's super influential.
Okay, it's not a transition. I was wrong.
Forgot them or anything.
right. Waiting for a Superman.
That was cool. I feel like that wasn't like a star of a show or anything. It was like it's like a more straightforward ballad type thing.
I would agree.
I think the last bridge and the chorus is where this track like really lived, but I think the first little bit, I don't know, the chorus didn't really get me like the other ones did. I felt like he kind of stayed one note for the whole thing, and there wasn't a lot of instrumental backing to like make that okay.
I would agree.
So it felt a little bit bland until like the last part, but
Yeah, I don't know. Not my favorite for sure. That one definitely felt like a '90s pop, not a pop
yes,
song.
for sure.
I wouldn't say it's like I mean, it's probably the poppiest song that we're gonna get on a Flaming Lips record. But that's a far.
I got like
cry.
tiny bit of Wilco in there. I don't know what exactly it is, but I got like that same vibe.
That explains why I don't like it. All right. Track 9. Suddenly everything has changed.
Putting all the vegetables away
Okay.
Not expected.
that you bought
I like when they do jump scares. That's fun.
Mm-hmm.
I guess you could say suddenly everything has changed.
Funny.
Suddenly everything has changed.
Oh, I made that joke first. You can't do that. You can't say
make
it
a
and then
funny
switch
joke.
everything. Okay, now it's a Beatles song.
Putting all the clothes you washed away
That was smooth.
Yeah.
Okay.
as you're
Now it's Red Hot Chili Peppers. They're just like bouncing around. I dig it. Ooh. Suddenly everything has changed.
That goes towards the top. That was great.
That one was really fun.
That was all over the place. That's like what the record really. I feel like that's kind of a recap of everything, where it's like, here's all the weird stuff we're doing in one track.
Yeah.
But yeah, I liked every section of that, but like that Pink Floyd "Wish You Were Here" section, with like that added synth did a lot for it. I love how drawn out the verses were. All the switch ups were great. That was really good.
Yeah. I've never heard a song bounce around that much. I guess, well, from something like this. I've listened to a Peggy song before. So, yeah, that was really fun. Felt like a nice little ode to a bunch of
All their influences
other
and stuff.
influences, but
Yeah.
that was good. I like that one.
Yeah, the atmosphere was strong. That's like the most important thing for me. It's like, give me a
Yes.
strong atmosphere.
Yes, very
did
good.
it.
Very good. All right, track 10, The Gash. I don't know if you can say that in England.
We'll just use the alternate title: "Battle Him for the Wounded Mathematician."
Oh, I like that.
This does sound like battle music.
Yes, it does. Someone put this in a Lord of the Rings battle scene. By someone, I mean me.
Until it switches and gets groovy.
Yeah.
Oh,
Spooky zone, dude. I always get so excited.
oh.
I don't know what this is.
It's crazy.
It's like if Queen made that Scar song in Lion King.
It's exactly what it is.
All right, that was the Gash.
That's one of the best ones for sure.
That one was fun.
Yes, that felt like The Wall mixed with like Queen.
Yeah.
That was like, it's got that thematic energy to it, but it's fun still somehow. I love the piano. The chorus was great. Yeah, this one's really good.
Yeah. Man, I thought it was gonna go in like an Acarine direction where the end of the record's like
more
spooky
dancey.
and
Yeah.
edgy. But then it kind of picked up at the end a little bit. I don't know. I really dug that one. Yeah, I don't know. I don't have a whole lot to say. I just really enjoyed it. It was fun
That was
to
just
listen
really
to.
good. Yeah.
Yeah. Let's move on. Track 11, Feeling Yourself Disintegrate.
Ah,
Oh my. Feeling Yourself Disintegrate.
best song on the record.
I knew you were going to say that.
It's the best. There's no debate. It's the best one on here. Yeah, fantastic, perfect, absolutely perfect song. Love the little short verse and then just the refrain throughout the whole rest of it. The instrumental builds around it. It's just, it's the meme where you just ascend. That is the SpongeBob. Put it on the screen. You just whoosh, right in the second half of the track. That guitar is soaring. Yeah, the xylophone, everything, the mixing perfect. Yeah, that's a song that makes an album. Like that is absolutely perfect. And you don't even need to do a lot lyrically. It's literally like keeping the same thing, that same thing over and over again, but just building around it. And that's all you really need because this whole song's just a complete vibe. But yeah, even just in record context, just like the whole scientific part of it of like everybody's dying, like we are actively dying right now. So just like coming to terms with that, and then just that ascension in the second half is brilliant.
Yes. This is a very you song.
Yeah,
Where it's the same thing. For
it's not the same at all. That build is
I do not get
beautiful.
I don't feel stuff like that. I don't get ascension really. I need a little bit more. I need something. I like the guitar solo at the end, and I liked the verse, and then the middle part and the end, like most of the end I was like, spacing off, which is like the worst thing I think a song can do. So that
I was
one's
spacing off in a good way. I was gone.
Oh no, I couldn't concentrate on it. It was like every time I'd get back in, it was the same thing, and I was like, oh,
I mean, you don't have to be concentrated the whole time. You just write it.
I don't know. It's not for me. It's I don't know. I don't
get
get
you one of these days.
I don't get affected by music like
Get
that.
you.
We're just different. We're built different.
Built different.
Yeah. But we got our last song here, because we're not going to do the 2 remixes on this album. We're going to do Sleeping on the Roof.
This song is an instrumental.
Oh.
Oh, and a transition.
It's just crickets for 3
Let's go.
minutes. Nice little outro track, Sleeping on the Roof.
Fantastic. Again, really, really great. That it sucks that we paused because those songs transition to each other. So 8 minutes of that, oh my god, that's the twofer right there. That's a perfect ending to a record. A
Yes.
very perfect ending. There's so much happening throughout the record, but then just to end it and like, I love that they got atmospheric because the whole album, I'm like, okay, there's a lot happening, but like you could literally strip this back and it'd be great. And then they do that for the last two, and it just makes for the most like hard hitting moments of the record.
Yeah.
But yeah, those last two tracks are probably my favorite. If I'm taking them in tandem, those are probably like the best two.
Yeah. I mean,
in a
they're,
package, but
they're together, I think.
oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is really great. Definitely like a new experience. Like I've heard things like this, but not done in this way. There's a certain quality to it from like the mixing standpoint and the writing standpoint, where it's like it's like a sciencey, like science experiment record that just kind of comes together in like really beautiful moments, but like it's still very fun. You get like that Talking Heads funness, but you also get some very cool atmosphere, like Pink Floyd atmosphere and stuff. So
Yeah.
it's pretty sick.
Yeah. That's what I was going to say. It reminds me a lot of Pink Floyd, but yeah, Talking Heads too. Yeah, man, I don't know. I really didn't know what I was getting into. I thought it was going to be more instrumental than it was.
Yeah, me too.
But I'm glad. A nice surprise. He sounds exactly like Neil Young. There are like moments when he does like runs, and I'm like, oh my, that. I don't know if that's ever been pointed out before, but it probably has. But that's not a bad thing. Neil Young, he has a kooky voice, but
Yeah,
I think it really works here.
If you got a perfect singer over the top of this, it wouldn't hit different because the instrumental's so like out of whack. It'd be kind of weird.
Yeah, you gotta have someone like that. Gotta respect it. There's some fantastic stuff on here. So, yeah, good suggestion. That was I can see why you suggested this after Black Country.
Yes,
I'd say these are
it's
pretty
different,
similar.
but like it fits the same kind of pocket.
Yeah.
Like emotionally, and I don't know, same genre ish. I mean, it's a little bit more experimental, but good arrangements and like builds and stuff. So
The mixing is a little bit weirder.
it is. Yeah. No, Answer From Up There is live recorded. So
Yeah.
this is definitely not live recorded because it'd be impossible.
Yeah. But we have a wheel to spin.
Oh my god.
I'm so excited for this wheel. Okay, we're back at the wheel. Let's see what we get for 2 weeks from now. Moms Run the World. Just so you guys know.
Just so you know. That was close.
That was close.
Blur 13.
Blur 13. The OG request.
This is our first request ever.
Finally getting picked. Yeah, epic. Next week, I'm going to be getting the rock jacket still on. We're doing Blur 13,
Part 2.
part 2.
This is our first ever request. So
Yeah, I feel like it's only right. That
this is due for sure.
This is due. I have no idea what to expect. I don't even remember what video this was for that they suggested. It must have been one of our,
I don't know.
I don't know. I have no idea. If you're still out
Probably
there.
like Radiohead, maybe.
Oh, I bet it was.
Yeah. This came out the same year as the Soft Bulletin. So we are staying in the year 1999.
Okay, epic. Okay. Join us next week. Blur. Well, no. Kendrick is next week. But the week after that, we will be doing Blur 13. Very epic. If you want to add to this giant wheel that we have, drop it in the comments. As long as it's on Spotify, it will be on the wheel. That is not a guarantee
You'll get
that
it
we will
in 9
ever.
months.
Yes. It has been, about 9 or 10 months since Blur 13's been on the wheel.
You better still be here, person, whoever you are.
He responded to our community poll during the last
Okay.
fan marathon. So
He's still hanging around.
still around. So
If we only get 10 views on this video, it's worth it for that guy.
you know what?
So
Yeah, I don't even care.
Real one.
We could make it and then leave it unlisted and then just link it to that guy.
Just send it to him
Yeah.
directly.
Frankly, we should be doing that with all the suggestions.
Yeah.
But just for this guy, I'm excited. Even if I hate the record, I'm
Just
glad.
absolutely demolish the record.
It's been too long. You know what? They should know. They should know how I am by now. They did not have a good feel for me during Radiohead, but now
Yeah, if he saw you react to In Rainbows and he's like, you should listen to this, like, man's got a stomach.
That's true.
for sure.
That's true. Okay. Well, if you can't get enough of us, listen to our podcast. Podcast highlights are already on this channel where we talk about music, but we have a whole podcast where we talk about movies and TV and gaming also. So it's really the whole shabazz in one package. It's pretty epic. Check that out on our podcast channel or wherever you get your podcast, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, wherever you go. And we have a Twitter. So that's pretty funny. We post a lot of fun. We have fun. We like to have fun on our
I
Twitter.
never go on the Twitter.
We like to have fun on the Twitter. It's fun times. So yeah, that is everything.
Cut.